joining us today. Yesterday we made a gift for Father's Day, and today is National Go Fishing Day. It's another thing that dads really like to do, and in honor of that we're gonna actually make fish. And I think here in Georgina we're really lucky because we're right on the water and there's lots of people who get to go fishing at a really young age. People learn how to fish, and I think we're really lucky in that way. So in honor of that, we're gonna actually make our own fish, and we're gonna make really colorful fish. So what I've got is a bunch of beads and confetti and stuff like that. I've got a big Tupperware of them. You're gonna need some glue, and then I'm using cardboard. If you have construction paper or something else to put it all on, that's gonna be key. And come along and you're ready to go. So the first thing that you want to do when you are making your fish is cut out your fish. I've used cardboard because I thought that would be the easiest because we are going to be applying a lot of white glue to it. And if you need an extra set of hands, I would definitely recommend talking to mom or dad. I would definitely recommend talking to mom or dad or an older sibling, as depending on how thick your cardboard is, it could be really difficult to cut. Mine definitely was. Once I'm done cutting out my fish, I decided that I wanted to put a couple of little fins and things like that we're gonna add some solid colors because I didn't want it to be all sparkly. So I cut out some red construction paper to do the front of the fish, like his little face, and I'm gonna add his eyes. And then I also decided to add a little bit of red to his back fin. I'm also gonna add a red top fin just to add some dimension to our fish. Once I've done this, I'm going to attach them with tape. I then am getting down to the fun and very exciting messy part. So the first thing I have to do is I've got to put down my white glue. So I've just used a popsicle stick and white glue, and I've put it all over the cardboard, the part that I'm going to cover in my either confetti or glitter or beads, whatever you've chosen to use. So I do that. And now that I've finished that, I'm going to cover my fish in all of my glitter and sparkles and things like that. And I'm so excited because there's so many different colors and things like that in the bottom of my Tupperware. And at first I try to be careful with it, but I realized the best way of doing this is actually just to kind of dump everything on top. It is going to make a mess, but if you're careful, then you should be able to contain your mess at least a little bit. And then I obviously have cleaned up afterwards. Now that I'm done covering my fish with all of the glitter that I wanted, glitter and beads and things like that, I'm gonna set it aside. I recommend leaving your fish for a number of hours. I've left mine for I think 4 or 5 hours just to let it set, because you don't want any of your little bits and sprinkles and sparkles and all the color things that you've added to it to fall off. If you want to be extra careful to make sure everything stays on, I'd recommend putting another layer of glue on top at the end, which is again going to be messy, but be sure, it will be sure to make sure that everything stays on really securely. And once I'm done letting it dry, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna add my last fin, my top fin for my fish, as well as some eyes for my fish, and then we'll see the finished product.